welcome back to the channel. Wanted to do a little weekend vlog, obviously kicking it off Friday afternoon. It's about 2:30 now. Just got off work. Hope you like that little intro edity thing. Got my coffee here. Can't wait for it to be fall. A little caramel, a little cinnamon in my iced coffee, and then having it with these little pumpkin spice wafer sticks out of my pumpkin looking cup. Can you guys see? I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera, like the ridges. I don't know. It looks like a pumpkin to me. I'm in the fall spirit, guys. I'm tired of this 100-degree weather. But yeah, welcome to this vlog. I don't really have any plans for this. Just sort of wanted to, I guess, document a chill weekend, do some reading, do some book shopping, do some walking, do all the good things. Reading updates, of course. I guess we'll start with that. I am currently reading James Joyce's Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man for the third time now. I haven't finished it either time. I have started it. So this ends now, and happy to say that I am like low-key loving it this time around. It's like making more sense now, clearly, and my old bookmark is in there. That's where I DNF'd it last, about halfway through. I was reading a digital version of it, so I need to find my place. Where was I? Here I was about page 83. There we go. So, catching up here to my old bookmark, about 40 pages behind. Yeah, I am really loving this. I guess sit back, relax, and enjoy the reading vlog. Welcome to my weekend. Brief intermission, but I promise it's worth it. I was sitting there reading my book, and I hear someone sort of scramble up my stairs and slam a box down outside my door. Turns out it was the mailman, and he brought me 2 books, so I wanted to share them with you. I got these off of Thrift Books. They're new because I can't find them anywhere else. I figured if I'm buying a book new, I buy off of Thrift Books. It's generally cheaper. The first book I got, my first philosophy book, is called Either Or by Soren Kierkegaard. This is sort of one of his major works. I don't know a whole lot about it. I've been looking for this book at like Half Price Books or just any other bookstores for about 6 months now, and I have yet to even see a copy of it new anywhere. So I just decided to pull the trigger on this on Thrift Books. It's maybe a little dense, but yeah, excited to get into this. This may, yeah, I think, like I said, my first philosophy book. And then second up here, I got Hard Rain Falling by Don Carpenter. This is a very popular book that I have seen in and around BookTube for about 2 years now. And yeah, similar to Kierkegaard's work, I've yet to see a copy of it out in the wild. So to get it off my books to buy list, decided to buy it on Thrift Books for a reduced price than what I was seeing it anywhere else brand new. Yeah, I figured both of those I've been looking for a while, worthy purchases, and I I guess that's that. Back to the video. Alright guys, a bit later now, just got out of the shower. I figured I'd do a reading update. Dang, hair's doing all sorts of crazy stuff. But yeah, a bit of a reading update for today. Obviously I've been reading A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. I've almost caught up to my bookmarked self previously. And like I said, enjoying it a whole lot more than I was my first 2 times trying to read it. Yeah, I don't know what is different about it now. Maybe I just needed to familiarize myself with it. I've already read Dubliners. It's probably worth a reread from myself. But yeah, enjoying Portrait very much so. Gave this next book a whole day to simmer before I wanted to talk about it. That is Pat Conroy's The Prince of Tides. I finished this yesterday, being Thursday, and oh boy, where do I even begin? Well, I'll begin with this. It's the second book ever to have made me cry. Not like sobbing, but like tears flowing out of my eyes. That's the second book that's ever done that. Comes as no surprise, I'm not the most emotional person on YouTube. And this book really pulled it out of me. I guess to keep it short and sweet, we follow a high school football coach from South Carolina named Tom, and he gets news from his mom one day that his twin sister is in a mental hospital, and the psychiatrist has ordered one of the 2 of them to go up and visit her to see if maybe family will help her recover sooner. And so Tom's mom, who's already on thin ice with Tom due to a childhood trauma and all that fun stuff, Tom's mom elects Tom to go up for herself, and so he does, and Tom acts as like the living memory of his twin sister. She's gone nonverbal, sort of in a comatose state, and he's spilling out his family's history to her psychiatrist. What else can I say without giving anything away? It is just an insane book. Some of the most beautifully and devastatingly written sentences ever. It's a long book, but it is worth every single page. You get to know every character like it's one of your friends. Each character has flaws, some more than others, but also every character has a reason to like them. Some of them you have to look pretty hard, but yeah, it's just this messy family, epic, sprawling Southern family drama, themes of love, memory, childhood trauma, and dealing with that, mental health at the forefront of it all as well. It's insane. Yeah, I'm so glad I read this book. Like I said, only the second book to have ever made me cry. First book was Shuggie Bain by Douglas Stewart, and that is sort of on a similar family drama sense. So maybe I just got a thing for those. But yeah, so far so good. Loving the books I'm reading, and I'll probably check back in with you guys tomorrow morning. Got big plans for tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed that little morning here. Just got back from running a 5K for this local charity. Very fun. Just sitting down reading my book, Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, about halfway through it now, and it is very good. Enjoying it, like I said, a whole lot better than the first 2 times I've tried to read it. And yeah, definitely not as daunting as I thought it would be. Enjoying my time thoroughly. I guess what's next on the docket for today? It's about 2:15. Next on the plan is going to Half Price Books. I got a whole slew of books to sell there. I'm sure they'll give me, $9 and a nickel, and tell me to kick rocks my way out, but whatever, better than nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Half Price Books, de-load some of my bookshelves. I'll take you along with me, and then I think I'm going to grab pizza with my girlfriend. I think I'll see you there. As far as like reading updates are concerned, I guess I gave you one already. Yeah, enjoying this, about halfway through. Let's continue this fun Saturday. Get the vlog going. sort of the last section of the vlog. Appreciate you watching up until this point if you have. It's gonna be a long video, probably my longest to date. It's been a blast filming up until this point, but I figured I'd throw this little piece in here by means of a sort of reading wrap up. You've been following along, seeing what I've read this weekend, but I finished 3 books this week, so I figured I would, like I said, sort of talk about the books that I have read this week in a bit more detail, but we'll make it quick because this is a longer video. First book I read this week, pretty fast, the 3rd Harry Potter book, Prisoner of Azkaban. Solid. Yeah, I'm sure everyone has read this, so not much to report. This is my first time reading them as an adult, and so I'm liking them a whole lot. Definitely breaking up some of the more heavier books that I've been reading, and let's get into those. I finally finished The Prince of Tides by Pat Conroy. I put a short out about this book. A brief 30-second synopsis of this book. We follow a high school football coach named Tom Wingo, and he is sort of called into action and is sent to New York City to aid his sister's psychiatrist in being her living memory, revealing some of the secrets of the family trauma they experienced growing up, and an effort to try and help her in this disheveled mental state that she finds herself in. It's a story of love, of memory, and it's truly heartbreaking yet beautifully written. I recommend this to everyone. Look up your trigger warnings, of course, before cracking this one open, but this one is definitely one for the ages. Only the second book I've ever read to have ever made me shed a tear. It's no secret that I'm not the most emotional person on the planet, so this one is a good one. It just finished here not 15 minutes ago. The Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce. What do I think of this book? I've been trying to, I guess, reel my thoughts together. I guess the one thought that sticks out the most to me about this book is I didn't really get it. I know Joyce is a challenging author. I've read Dubliners by him and enjoyed that a lot. I think this book is one that I will appreciate that I have read, but the experience of reading it maybe wasn't the best. There were parts of it that were certainly enjoyable. I liked the beginning sort of third of it, I think, the most, and the ending conversation, the last 15 or so pages of it. And then I also thought the detailed explanations of his sort of spiritual awakenings in the middle to be quite intriguing as well. So it had some good bits in it. Once you get through the sort of technical difficulties of reading Joyce, there are some good bits and bobs to it. All in all, probably 3 out of 5 stars for me. I just didn't really think I got what Joyce was going after. Didn't really make too much sense as far as like a novel is concerned. Wasn't for me, but I get definitely happy that I've read this. It's part of the literary canon for a reason, and yeah, sharpening my tool belt, as they say. So there's 3 books read. I also picked up 4 books yesterday at Half Price Books. There wasn't a whole lot of like interludes in that section, so I figured I would talk about them here. I went and sold a whole big bag of books, and those books essentially paid for me to buy these books. It was just an exchange, essentially. First book I got, if you saw my last vlog, I was actually looking for this at Barnes & Noble. The People Immortal by Vasily Grossman. This is book 1 of 3 in a trilogy detailing what life was like sort of on the front lines of World War II in the Soviet Union during the German invasion, if I'm not mistaken. The only versions I have seen have always been this New York Review books. This New York Review books, that's what it is. This edition, which is very nice, but they're also very expensive. So I was happy to find it at Half Price Books, the first in the series, and now I can actually try out the series before investing in the other 3, or the other 2, I guess. But speaking of 3, I did get a trio of books by this new to me, Icelandic author named Halldór Laxness. Written in the mid 20th century. Got 3 of his books. This is Iceland's Bell, Independent People, and World Light. I was looking for Under the Glacier by him, and they didn't have them, but they had these 3. Frankly, I did not think they would have a single Halldór Laxness book at Half Price Books, and was pleasantly surprised when I found 3 of them. So I just had to pick them up. Independent People, I know, is I've heard great things about. Same with World Light. So happy to have these now. I'll probably start with Independent People just to see how it goes. I don't really know a whole lot about these books, but just by reading snippets of Under the Glacier, the book I was initially looking for, I think I will sort of jive with this writing style. And definitely not every day that you find 3 of these books sort of in this decent enough condition. I had to scoop them up. So yeah, that is it for the book haul. You saw my other part in this video. I got 2 other books from Thrift Books, Either Or by Kierkegaard and Hard Rain Falling by Don Carpenter. So slowly expanding the library. But yeah, let me know what you think of these long style vlogs. This is a long video. I'm looking forward to putting it together and seeing what I can add in the post-production aspect of this. I gotta get cracking on that because I'm sure it will take quite a fair bit of time. But yeah, let me know what you think of these kinds of videos, these more life-based, lifestyle, sort of intertwined with reading. I thought it was a good time, a hoot, as the kids say. And yeah, let me know down below. Appreciate your watching up until this point. If you have, consider subscribing if you're new here. Give it a comment and a like if you liked it and all those YouTube things. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out, guys.